Alright.
We fucked up like
Alright, now I'm gonna clap. Hold on.
Oh, you weren't recording before? It wasn't recording
Taylor,
before?
shut the fuck up.
Alright.
What is going on?
I'll knock that phone out your head.
That was good. That was a solid ass guy.
Oh, that was good.
Wait, so did we start on the first clap or the second
I was
clap?
trying to say that.
That shit started.
Okay.
Okay, alright guys, welcome back to No Hard Feelings. Today I'm gonna be your host. I'm Sayani, so we can go around and introduce ourselves again for the new people.
New people.
Yeah, in case there's anyone new. You know?
Oh, watching. No, I thought
Yeah.
Oh, I was about to say, we've all been here every
New
day.
Hi,
people.
put your hand down.
I'm bitch. Alright, sure, go.
Oh. I'm Arshard. Hey. Hi.
This nigga sound like little baby. Hey.
Hi, I'm Chris.
I hope so.
Hey guys, I'm Elmer.
Hey guys, I'm Ian.
What's so funny?
I'm Arlene.
Hey guys, I'm Adrian.
Buenas. I'm Igor.
Alright, so my first question of the night is
Wait, hold on. Before you, I'm sorry to interrupt. But little side notes. If you guys didn't know, you could watch the podcast by exiting out the app by closing it or swiping up, closing it, and then going to the play menu, like swiping down on the little screen like that, and you could watch it like that, and then you can lock your phone and do that shit. So that's how you can watch it. I know like people watch the first 3 minutes of that shit like hella, so I just have to get that out right now.
I'm sorry for the background noises. We also live in a very dangerous neighborhood. You'll hear the cop sirens throughout the night, man.
Oh, we live in.
Oh, bro.
We live in the suburbs of
I'm a suburban.
Duluth, bro. It's very dangerous out
Been
here,
through
man.
2 drive-bys. Not
Hey, bro,
one,
we can't
but
say
two.
where we live, bro. They might.
I'm a
They might send
suburban.
a SWAT on this, bro.
I'm
But yeah,
from the suburbs.
Like Aiden Ross, that one video.
bro. Any more announcements we should say?
You said what?
Announcements, like, you know, like shit we gotta say before we start the podcast.
This ice cream hitting.
Ice cream hitting.
We did eat ice cream, man.
Shit, I was gonna say
You
something.
scream.
But
Ice
It's
cream,
cold,
we
bro.
all
I'm gonna be
scream.
honest.
Yes, it is fucking cold.
man. I know it's hot all day today. That's an announcement, man. It's cold, man.
I was gonna say something, but I forgot. Anyways,
For gore.
back to the regular scheduled program.
alright, so who has actually had the birds and bees talk with their parents?
Nah, I haven't. I don't think I can recall. I can
Really?
Sense? I don't
Yeah.
with my mom.
Bro, I
talk?
mentioned sex and like my mom's like, shut up.
Oh, she
feel like-
watches it?
No.
Oh.
My
That was
mom-
such a basic hit.
Wait, she watches it. What you mean? Like you recorded it?
Wait, what?
Wait, what you?
What are you talking about?
What did you
I
say?
thought y'all mentioned like having the sex talk with your parents.
Yeah,
Yeah.
have y'all had that?
No.
But then what did you say?
Oh, that like I'll mention like sex, like the word sex, and like my mom would be like, I don't want to hear it. Like, shut up.
Nah, I feel like for me, my parents, I feel like they kind of feel like we already know that as we grow up, and the way that I feel like they do that is they make jokes about it. Like if you're gonna go hang out with a girl or
Yeah.
something, they make a joke, or like if you chilling or something, they always bust some like
No,
sleeky,
my mom-
like slick ass jokes.
So my mom would always say, she would say, I'm gonna say it in Spanish. She would always say,
Shit, no tagas niños.
no, she would say, cuidado,
That's right.
cuidado que no le mete la pata. So in reference is like,
What is
don't stick your foot all the way in. You know what I mean?
Just the tip.
Nah, my mom, I'll be with my girl, my mom will be like, while I'm on the phone with her, she's like, you two be careful. And I'll be like, yo, what do
Nah.
you mean by that?
My
parents thought I don't want to hear that when I'm with my girl right there, bro.
Always have an airbag.
Bro, my mom is like so blunt, bro. So like, my mom is so blunt. Like she'll say whatever's on her mind, bro. So she'll deadass be like, bro, I don't want no fucking kids, bro. If you bring kids to the house, you and those fucking kids are living on the street, bro. Like, I swear to God, bro. She don't give a fuck, bro. Like,
Dude, my mom's the opposite. My
Really?
mom wants like, dude, my mom, like, oh, when are you and your girl having a kid? Like, when are you and my other
Really?
daughter having a kid?
nah, my mom like,
always-
I don't know. My mom just likes to talk shit, but like she talks shit in front of your face though. So like,
Damn.
that's just how she is, bro. I don't know, but she just grew up like that.
Because
But
my mom doesn't want to be an old grandma. Like,
that is true.
she don't want to be
Yeah,
like
man.
a 50-year-old grandma because I feel like
Nah.
she want to be able to hang with her kid.
I
her
felt that
grandkids.
because my mom is kind of similar
Yeah,
to that.
your
'cause
mom's blunt as fuck, bro.
Cause
Blunt.
she was like, I mean, I guess growing up, she was like, I don't want to see no kids at the house,
Yeah.
and some shit like that.
I mean, shit, bro. It's because, well, the last time they told me this was probably like 19 or some shit.
Nah, his mom is boy, cause I be
gonna tell
I
me
be
that
at-
yesterday, bro.
I don't think my mom cares now.
I be at my
Yeah.
my girl's house, right? And I stay the night, and then she be like, "I'll come back," and she be like, "You stayed the night."
Oh, you broke the spoon too?
Get out, bro. Hey, bro, you ruined the whole podcast, bro. Podcast is over now. Now she'll be like, her parents let you stay in the night, and then I'll be like, I'm like 24, bro. But then I'm 23, bro. I'll be 24, but then it's kind of like parents don't want kids. Some parents don't want kids, but that other
Yeah.
parent, like my mom, she would want kids.
I had to talk with my dad. He was like
Before or
and-
after the baby?
before, bro. Like this was like all the way back in high school, and like I specifically remember this. He was like, "You got to wear a condom, son." And I looked at the phone. I was like, "You can't stop me."
He said, "Fuck your
Yeah, bro.
Condoms say
Can't
don't
wear
be
them
shit,
shits.
bro.
No. As soon as like I open that shit, my shit just go.
Yeah, I feel like you can't stay hard with condoms,
Nah.
right? It's because you can't really feel it too much. Like,
I might as well just go home.
you're really,
I said go hard or go home.
Yeah, exactly,
bro.
I can't stay.
You go in the Splash Mountain in a suit, bro, like in a whole bubble
Bro,
suit. It's no point,
You
bro.
gotta dress for the occasion.
Exactly. You gotta undress
Like,
for the
bro,
undress for the
like if I
occasion.
go to the beach, why would I not get in the water? Like,
Exactly, bro. Like, I'm diving in,
I felt
bro.
that.
I like that.
Chris, you do not feel that.
I felt that, bro. Why go in the water, man? You know.
Bro, if you're gonna do something, do it 100%, you know?
Hey, bro, yeah, don't
You don't have
have
to
that.
You either eat or not.
Man,
No, but have safe sex. Bro.
Anyways,
Have
what was the
safe
question?
sex, bro.
just, you know what? Just do it, bro.
Practice
Just do it.
Nike, bro.
Just
do it.
Nike.
you know
Just
what?
do
That
it.
kid is
Please
worth it.
sponsor me.
No,
It's actually
Fuck them
not so
kids.
bad.
Alright.
It's not so.
Alright, back to the question.
but like the
Anybody
birds
else?
and the bees talk, nah, man. I think once you like hit like 18, 19, and then you start hanging out with like, oh, like you got a girlfriend, your parents just automatically like, or a boyfriend, your parents just automatically assume like, oh, they probably hooking up.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But they won't have that talk with you. They'll just like, oh, be careful. Like, watch yourself. Don't do anything that you
Shit.
might regret later on.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Yeah,
listen.
we're talking from like a perspective of like Hispanic and black parents. But,
You look specifically
but
at
shit,
him, bro.
hey,
God.
I want to know from the perspective of like a white parents.
Or like
You think it's
any
different?
other.
I think they have the talk. I
feel like they have
think.
Well, I
Yeah.
have a lesbian mom, and that
Lesbian?
changes things. Yeah.
But are they white? That's what we asked.
Well, but she has like a different perspective. She's like, she doesn't even want to hear anything. She's like anti like dick or something. Very.
Oh man.
Damn.
Bro,
I was
we
gonna
do
say
support the
something, but
LGBTQ though. Just saying. We have it right. We have it right here. We have the proof right here.
I like men.
I like.
I mean, women.
My girl.
Are y'all gonna have the conversation with y'all's kids? Like,
Oh.
or do
I
y'all
was
want
thinking
to
about
avoid it?
I don't think so.
I would just have like, just be careful.
Yeah.
Like, you know, don't enjoy. I would. It's because like the way my mom kind of explained it to me. Like, I guess the talk. She's just like, have fun. You're young. Don't
have
have
kids.
that. Yeah, don't have that responsibility. Like, travel, enjoy life type thing. I kind of would tell my kids that. Like, I wouldn't be like, hey, like, I don't want to be the overbearing parent that's like lock them in the house like all throughout their teenage years. But I don't also want them to be.
Did you
like,
point at me?
No, were you in the house the whole time?
Yeah.
Oh,
My mom was strict.
my mom was strict too. though, but, like, I feel like
What'd you say?
No life.
my mom was strict, but I don't want to be that strict parent
Basically.
too. Like, I want to
Yeah.
talk to the kid, but I don't want to be like give them the idea like, oh, you can have sex like
Yeah, yeah.
all
Wait,
the
I have
time.
No, I'm gonna tell them like for sure. I'll tell them, be like, yo, you have to be careful though, because like you have like if you want to enjoy your 20s, if you want to be going out every Saturday, like you
Well,
gotta be careful, bro. Because
What's Chris?
I mean,
Because when you get a kid, that's a whole different like.
That's a responsibility.
No, that's not. That's more than responsibility.
Let's not
have to.
Arsha. But I mean, Arsha still like goes out and has fun, but you do have that
But
responsibility.
yeah, on
as
like
a
the back
dad.
of your mind,
You can't just like drop like, okay, if Ian was like, Adrian, drop everything you're doing, let's go out.
Yeah.
I'm more likely than gonna say yes,
Than
but
you.
then you, because you have that responsibility. You got to make sure like the baby's taken care of, and they never mind. He said no.
He's lying, bro. He's lying,
Okay,
bro.
so
Kid over
like,
anything.
with the way like that I approach all that is like, you know,
You go to the mix. You go to the
Me
gas
and my
station.
girl have like an understanding that we both want to like live our life, and like we also decided to have a kid. So you know, one person watched the baby. Like you know, our friends are last minute.
Yeah.
Every
exactly.
person that's our age, we're last minute as fuck.
Yeah.
So
and that's
it's
good
gonna
that
be
you guys established that, like, because you
Yeah.
guys both are still in your 20s, right?
yeah.
And like you guys still want to have fun and stuff, but you guys also wanted a baby, so like,
Yeah,
you
that's
gotta
a
compromise.
responsibility, like-
you got to put that into the equation. It's not like 1 + 1 = 2. You got to put 1 + 1 + 1 = 3.
Yeah,
you know?
I think it also like it's different from like you know how your support system and all that shit. Like
Yeah.
if you have somebody on standby to watch your baby right away. Luckily, like both our families love my kid, so they take her in a fucking.
So yeah, you have the
heartbeat.
opportunity.
But like,
Yeah,
if
yeah,
there was an
yeah.
emergency with, like, let's say we're out and there's an emergency with your baby, you would
Oh.
have to leave. Like,
Oh,
you know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
for sure.
Like
Like,
that.
yeah,
That's
fuck you niggas. Yeah.
Yeah, that exactly. No, I don't blame you. I would say the same thing. Like your baby always comes first. Like that's your kid.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Word.
I want to make sure like my kids are ready for that. I guess when the time comes, like
Yeah, it's
have fun, like enjoy your life. But if you want that, that's a responsibility you gotta put in. Like that's I feel like the talk I would have, not like the you fuck like or you hook up with a girl or guy and then like you just it's gonna be fun and
I
everything.
feel like
I feel like you
I would
can't.
throw in a joke, like you know, if I know my son,
Probably,
I'd be like,
yeah.
I look at him and be like, I know you fucked. On some
Hey,
funny
don't
shit.
be silly, bro.
Don't
Wrap
be
Yeah,
silly.
wrap that.
Wrap that wheelie, bro.
Just
I feel like after a while, though, like,
walk into the kitchen and just be like, it smells like straight virgin in here.
I feel like you would know. when
joking,
it's
I'm joking,
like,
bro. It's like, bro,
that's it.
Like,
Nah,
this smells
nah,
like tires
bro.
in your
You wanna-
room.
For the
Or something.
longest, like my entire
Like
family
time.
used to shit on me and say that I was a virgin, like for the longest, and they'd be like, "Yeah, you got a cat, and like you wear skinny jeans, you're actually just probably gay." Like
Damn.
word for
Damn.
word for word, and it was like
Bar for
you don't get
bar.
no bitches or anything until like one day, like
He comes with a kid, bro.
Yeah.
He just randomly has the kid.
He's
bro.
like, what now?
Yeah,
What
but
now?
you proved all you love.
yeah, pretty much, bro, pretty
But, like,
much.
But like, you wouldn't think you would know, like, if your kid was doing anything like that. Like, it could
Man,
be that one night they come home late, you'd be like,
Yeah, I
or
mean,
they'd be extra happy the
Oh,
next day. You'd be like,
Yeah.
I know you.
When
Hey,
you-
hey,
you-
they
I
look in
feel
the
like-
kitchen at each other.
I feel like you could just tell, bro.
Yeah,
if it
I
was
feel
to
like once
happen,
you, I feel like once you do it, you kind of have like a like.
no. What do they come in with that
Feeling about
post nut
you.
clarity? And be like,
What you depressed about? What you depressed about?
Hey, Sayani, what you think? Are you gonna tell your kids?
Yeah, so like with me, like I never had the conversation with my parents, so I wouldn't feel comfortable like going to my mom about that. And that kind of makes me sad because I see other relationships and they talk about it like nothing, and they can be like very honest with their parents, but with me I can't.
No, yeah.
So I definitely am going to have that conversation with my kids cuz I would want my kids to like feel comfortable to
Yeah.
come to me
Yeah.
about
Like,
it.
they're kind of like another
Ah,
friend
that
in a
is
way.
true.
No,
Yeah.
I would say.
But to like there's like boundaries though, you know what I
Exactly.
mean?
I
Like
said I
it
would-
can't be like
I wouldn't want to be my friend. Like I wouldn't want to be
Oh, the
like
graphic
a friend.
No, like
to my kids.
If I were like a son, I would be like, yo, like, hey,
What?
graphic.
I mean, I feel like I feel like you know, I feel like for your kids, man. If anything, for like a healthy relationship and like parents and shit, like I feel like your kid should trust you. You know
Exactly.
what I mean?
I
If
feel
your
like
kid
I
don't
wouldn't want
trust
him
you,
to tell me,
then
be like, yo,
there's no relationship.
Like
you know
there's
what I mean?
there's something bad happening, right? You would want them. You would like. My thing is, I would always want if my kid was ever in trouble or needed help or anything, I want them to be like, I need to call my dad or I need to call my mom first
Yeah.
before anything. I don't want them to be like, I have to hide this from my parents. You know, like
Oh,
yeah.
I don't want to
No,
be.
definitely.
Yeah, I don't want to be my kid's friend, but I do want to be like the person they can
Their
count
go-to
on.
person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like.
shit, I want to be my kid's friend. I like, if he like kisses a girl or some shit,
They start wrestling on my bed. So let's play WWE.
No, you see those like you see those movies that show where the mom's the bad guy and then the dad's the good guy. He's like, yo, I'm not gonna tell your mom, but he's been like, yo,
No, that's the dad I'm trying to be.
that's the dad.
That's a fun dad.
I'm only
I
the
feel
fun
like
dad.
I feel like if you do that too much, then your kid's not gonna have that respect for you. You know, like
Yeah.
they're gonna.
No, but that's why the mom
Nah,
balances it out.
I
The
feel like
mom's
you
evil.
can, I feel
That's-
it's all about balance. I feel like you can't be that fun parent, but like
Exactly.
still have like yo,
Like, you said,
you,
boundaries.
Yeah, you
I'm
gotta-
respect me type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's just a
I feel,
balance.
I feel like like if you like I said, I want my kids to be like close to me, but I don't want them to be too close to be like, hey, I heard you hooking up with mom last night. And I'd be like, what? Or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be that close with my kids, man, you know?
Nah,
I don't want to be that close with my
You throw a comment back. I heard you getting no bitches.
Yeah, but I don't want my son to be
bro,
saying
you like
that,
a 40-year-old man talking to like a 18-year-old kid, bro, being like,
Shit.
yo.
Dude, if we can roast each other, that'd be cool.
That'd be
bro.
cool.
Yeah, yeah.
But I want to be the type of dad to like also like take my kids places that like I never got to go and do stuff like that. Like
Oh, like a strip club?
that too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, but like I want to be the type of
Nah,
parent.
that's so
I want to be the type of
I
parent.
never do that with my dad.
Like I would randomly check out my kids
If I can
or
find
like kid like in the middle of the day at school. I'm like, oh, we're gonna go see a movie or
And
like
like, we go get chicken nuggets or
yeah,
something.
like I'm like, hey man, I know this school kind of boring, bro. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Like just a random day, you know, like just for fun. Cause that's something like I feel like your kid when they grow up, they'll have those memories of you. Like, oh, my dad would do this, or like my mom would do this when when they get older. You know, so that way when it's time to put you in the home for the old people, they put you in a good one, bro.
Arlene, Eva, what you think?
Me? I mean, I kind of would be the same way. I would
Kind of
just,
like that chill dad.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's no need to be strict, like 24/7 and shit. You know, like, yo, that shit's just whack. And I feel like as you grow up, it just pushes them away, and then you don't get to talk with them as much, and then
about that.
yeah, like you know,
Yeah,
It's the saying.
it's
like,
not the same.
But there's that saying like strict parents make like sneaky kids,
Yeah.
man. I feel like the stricter the parent, the sneakier like you're gonna be sneaking out your house, like your room, this and that. And that's only with strict parents, though.
Yo, thankfully, my sister, she was the one that kind of like set it up. For
She
me,
broke
bro.
the boundaries.
Yeah, because my parents used to be super strict, and then bro, she would like sneak out like every night, bro, and shit. Like, so she like, I'm so thankful for her, bro, because she like literally, she allowed me to do everything, bro. Like, you know.
I
See,
think
I
it's
think
just
it's
because
fun.
you're a guy.
No, but
Yeah,
like,
his
trust
son
me.
is parents.
Nah.
too.
I know his parents. His parents. They're
The
strict, bro.
majority of Hispanic parents
But
are
yeah,
really,
Dude,
really
we played
lenient on the boys
PlayStation.
and the
It'd be like
girls.
10:30.
They would-
right?
they would be on his
unplug
ass.
his Wi-Fi.
They would be on his ass, bro.
They would be
They used to be like on my ass hella.
You had strict parent? My stepdad at the time, bro. We could not eat chips in the room, bro. Like if you had the little bag of chips, like the 50-cent ones, you would have to sit down and eat at the table.
50.
We weren't allowed to put our feet on the sofas. We weren't allowed to eat anything in the room at all. Like let's say there was
He allowed me to do all that.
yeah, he was a visitor, bro. Like when we were kids, he was the visitor, so he got away with shit, bro. But
put my
like,
meat
let's
on
say we wanted
everything.
snacks, bro, right? I had to sit at the table and eat while this nigga got to go to the room and eat, bro. But like at high school, like freshman year, my bedtime was 9:30, bro. That's how strict he was. Like as a high school, like first semester I didn't have a phone. Second semester I got like a big ass like block Android, bro. I'll never forget when the battery fell out on the bus, bro. I almost died, bro. I almost cried, bro.
Bro, you gotta hurry to pick the shit
Yeah, bro, I
up,
just,
bro.
you know, bro. And then when the headphones slip out of the thing, so you're trying to scramble.
Yo, y'all ever
everything,
had
bro?
those headphones where you had to like wrap it around the phone to listen to
Yeah.
Bro, that's when your
Good
phone
times,
is charged, bro. That's when your headphones are like on this much, like, bro. Me and Archie would always get the skull candies, bro. We had like
Skull
five-
candies are
Bro,
fun.
five
Skull
pairs.
candies
Those were good
We had
old
different
days,
colors,
bro.
Yes.
colors to match the fits, bro. Like we would even like I remember I would go to his house on the weekends and he'd be like, oh, let me borrow your black one, and I'm like, man, let me borrow your red one, and we'll just swap headphones like that, bro.
Yeah, bro. We had every girl in the mall saying, "Oh, I love your headphones."
Yeah,
I'm like,
bro.
Oh, yeah.
As a middle schooler,
You
bro,
gonna tell me through kick?
Nah, skull candies should be expensive.
Yo,
too,
they used to
right?
put them through the
So
shirt.
sure, nah, that's how we had it.
Shirt.
I will never forget when Archer had beats too, man. That man would have the beats,
Oh,
and he would be
that's
like,
right.
"You get to borrow it this week, bro." And I felt like the coolest man, bro,
Yeah.
walking into school with beats, bro. Like,
Yeah.
but then like, look at it now, bro. Like everybody has beats, but
Yeah.
back then,
Imagine
Oh,
walking
bro.
through school with beats now, bro.
Skull candy used to be expensive too, no?
they were like 25
Yeah,
for
they used to
each.
be.
But they were cheaper than Beats though.
Yeah, they were cheaper for
Yeah.
sure, but
Yeah.
I feel like they're way cheaper now because like the
I think so.
demand for them is just.
I think those shits easily broke because mine shit, like, it was never working right. Like, I'll accidentally wash them. Well, obviously that shit would break, but like one day, like the shit would just stop.
One of the earbuds stopped working.
Yeah,
That
bro,
shit
I
was
hated
awful,
that shit.
Bro, I didn't like that.
Bro, and it'd be like on a good song too that it would mess up. Like you would be like, you have it full blast, like it's just kind of hitting.
That's
You get a little
wrap it around.
staticky.
You wrap that shit around and then it's like,
You gotta
let's
move it
go back
around.
to the question.
All right, so moving on to the next question. What are some icks that y'all have of the opposite gender, or like turn-offs that they do?
Everything.
Wait, it's about
The resistance.
Yo, I was really thinking this question like that. Dude, I have one. So when she like bases her whole personality on like TikTok,
Like social media.
like
in general. I feel like social media.
so she'll be like, oh, like it's stuff for me, or like like
Okay,
shit like
that's
that.
not an ick for me. That's not like I'm okay
like-
with that. But I hate it when they're like, oh, like let's do a TikTok dance or like they base their whole personality on like Twitter, but I hate that. Like
Wait,
I-
Twitter?
yeah, like
How do you base your personality?
like you'll see like different
so
like
much shit
how
to
people
say.
act on Twitter, right?
Toxic as
Like
fuck.
let's say you grew up with somebody you knew, like a girl you knew, right? And then you grew up how they were a certain way, but then they start following like this certain clique on like Twitter or something like that, on like Instagram, like that, and then they start acting like that. You're like, bro, you were not like that, bro. I grew up with
I've
you.
never like seen that or heard of that.
Nah, I've seen it firsthand. That
I
shit
can
kinda
see. I seen that shit. Like you tell like people be like trying to follow like
The
the
trend,
wave or the
yeah.
trend.
That's what I'm
and
saying.
They start
like,
doing extra shit, and
Like, what are some examples?
I think it's just like having.
I think we know. Well, I don't know.
I think it's just having like a certain online personality.
Yeah,
per
it's
se.
That's like persona.
It's like a mask. you have
I feel like that's
so
an ick for me.
that
Yeah, I think
isn't
that's what
really
it is. Yeah.
how you are.
I feel like you
But
don't
I feel
have
like
to.
everybody has a match to some.
but not like okay.
Yeah.
It's just like they base their personality on it. Like
Yeah, no.
I feel like you shouldn't. Like some people do it though to like I don't know, put like a persona. But I feel like
try so hard. to,
like you
get
try
that
so
ick.
hard
Yeah.
to do this and do that.
So
And honestly, bro,
that would
I
be
feel
like
like
an ick?
I feel like that's an egg. I feel like you know what, like
it's
for me personally, like you
What
either
about, like,
accept
certain
you
behaviors,
accept me
though?
for me. You know what I
Like,
mean?
what do you
Not
mean?
for like. I'm not gonna put no show on. Like what I do is what you do.
Yo.
You know what I mean?
I asked this question to my coworkers. I was like, would you consider an ick if your girl or like this girl you're talking to only listens to like City Girls and like Megan Thee Stallion?
I wouldn't. Me personally, I feel like music, man. If you like a certain type of music, I'm not gonna judge.
Ice
you on it,
Spice.
bro, like-
No, yeah, that is
Ice Spice.
Like I'm not gonna.
I listen to Ice
I mean, your
myself.
icks are gonna come
both
from
in the
like
Bronx, so you
how
know that we
you
dirty.
like, you know, your type. Basically, yeah, it's gonna come, stem from that. Like, it's not gonna be like everyone has the same ick.
I feel like
because-
there's like a universal icks, you know, like
Okay, what's
like
the
even for
universal
girls-
icks then?
Would you say like pick me
If they
girl?
listen to their friends, like whether it's like guy or girl, like they listen to like every bad thing that their friend says.
If they're
Like
into
the word, like
astrology,
the saying, like misery loves company. They don't have like happy ass friends. They're always like keeping them down. So like, the person you're with is like coming to you about like that bullshit that their friend is on, and like it's just dragging you into it. So
Yeah,
I think that's a ick.
Yeah, or like almost said the astrology,
astrology.
shit. That could be a nick for some people.
I hate like loud, like people that like to make scenes.
Oh,
man.
is
that's a
oh,
ick
like
for me.
dramatic.
That's
Oh,
Yeah, like, let's say-
7 a.m.
yeah, like the
Pacino
pure-
girl?
Like let's say we're in the store, bro. One of my biggest eggs, bro. Like let's say we're in the store. This has never happened to me, but I've seen it. And then like, oh, the line's long, and then they go, "Ain't nobody in the store to help," or something like that, bro. That's like,
Bro, I hate that
yeah,
shit,
bro.
bro.
I hate
That's
that,
right
bro.
as fuck.
I be like,
At that point, I'm stealing. I'm stealing, bro.
I be wanting to give smart ass answers, bro. Like, I'm like, nah, bro. I'm the only one who clocked in today. I'm working everybody's shift back to back to back, bro. They'll
That's
come in after we close, bro.
So,
I
like-
didn't want to say smart ass shit, but like, when you give them attention, they're gonna get even more like,
Yeah.
Like a
loud.
Karen.
Yeah,
Nah, that's a big ick for me. I hate that. I hate the making a scene.
Hey,
thing,
what,
like-
what about for the girls?
yeah.
what's that
definitely.
ick for a girl, man?
There has
Like,
to be
are
a
you looking at
few
me?
or several.
No, I feel like, all right. Honestly, I feel like there's
I
more
still need
icks
some
for,
time to
for guys and girls.
Yeah, okay. I have one. When like a guy is like getting out of the seat and like his ass crack shows.
Yeah.
Hey, see, that's like a universal one. That's a universal
That's the universal one.
That ain't universal, bro.
I'm exposed. This happened to Nicole, bro. Nicole was in the car and she was hanging out with somebody, right? And he was getting out the car and she saw his ass crack, bro. And she was like, she lost 0
Dude,
interest.
I be doing that shit on purpose, bro. I like pull down my pants and I'm like,
My girl, she'd be like, I saw your ass crack. And I'd be like, no. I'd be like,
nah, on purpose. I don't ask her, bro. Ask her. Don't I be like? Sometimes I'll be like pulling my pants down a
Yeah.
little bit, and then I like walk in.
But I think because like
That's just more
I
of
love
a
you.
joke.
It's not an ick, you know.
No, when you, I feel like,
like-
I feel like if it's somebody like you're getting to know,
Yeah,
bro,
if it's the first date.
Like
then
talking
it's
stage.
ick.
That's
Like
different.
you
do you think
talking.
it'd be the same for a guy though? Like if a girl's getting out the car and then you see her ass crack?
I'm smelling that seat.
Yeah, that's different, bro. That's different. I feel like most guys are down bad, so they're like,
Okay,
oh, fuck.
What's
The
worse?
Charlemagne.
You look at it, right? And it's just like it's a long ass crack, right?
Oh my god.
Or
She carries 10 pounds of crack in that shit, bro.
or it's hairy as hell, bro.
That's just his ass.
Oh, which one be worse? If it's super hairy, like you're like, damn, like I could braid that shit.
Nah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yo.
Like,
I
or
mean,
it's
I'll be
like,
like, shit, I barely got to the date. let's just keep the ball rolling, bro.
I feel like if I was a girl, I would lose interest, bro. If I saw a hairy ass,
hairy
cheek, bro,
ass
like,
crack, bro.
Like, and then that shit was like where you could grab it fistful like that, bro.
And you know
like,
he got
That's
hair
not
on the
even a
lower
crack. That's
back.
just his ass, bro.
He got hair on the lower back
All right,
part.
I want to know some other eggs.
I feel like bad breath or like bad odor.
Oh yeah.
I feel like
Or hygiene. Like if you just don't look like you're clean, that's like the biggest ick to me.
Oh,
honestly.
I'm on you with that.
Oh,
like
so
hygiene.
homeless people.
So like,
no,
that's a big one for me,
surprise.
too.
so like, how often should they take a shower? Like every like
Bro, every day,
4 or 5
like,
days?
twice a day, bro.
Every day.
Every day.
A shower?
Damn, that's crazy.
Yo, that's crazy.
How much is your water bill?
I'm like,
you don't let me ask.
Y'all
I'm like
shower
3 days
every
short on that
I could
shit.
You guys
like
shower?
Every day?
I shower.
My shit $2, bro. What you pay?
I feel you though.
I know. I know you, bro. I know.
I be taking long ass showers, bro. I don't care,
We're
bro.
gonna talk about water bill, bro.
Water bill.
I bro, but they did not go down the other day.
I'd be
bro.
crying in the shower.
Dude, that was a month ago, bro. This is a new. It's not
Bro,
a
it's still
new-
down.
I shower myself
Hey,
with tears, bro.
I got
using
shitted on for that, bro. When I mentioned on the first podcast I take 40-minute showers, bro. I had hella niggas shit on me. I want to clarify.
Oh wait, can I say
It's
another
every other
ick?
shower.
Can I say another ick? A Hispanic guy who says the
Bro.
N word. That's like one of my biggest icks too.
Most definitely.
Like lingo, if your lingo is like, it's like, bro.
If it
stop,
don't fit, bro, yeah.
Yeah.
Daniel, who has said it before? You got any names you would like to say?
You know, just like the Edgars, you know, like
Okay.
nothing
What do
major.
you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
Like,
Define it Hispanic.
do you mean like every Hispanic
You mean
guy?
every
Like you know,
She hates
those
beaners,
type of-
guys.
The type of like cuz the ones that drive like
The muffins,
Teslas
right?
and stuff, like they'll say the N
Alright,
word.
y'all still be going for them though. Shut up.
Y'all still be going for them. Chris is right. Chris is right. Chris is 100% right.
I haven't dated a Hispanic in years.
Chris is only saying that because he's one bowl cut away from being an Edgar himself, bro. That's why he's saying it, bro. That's why he's saying it, bro.
We all know.
I don't go
Look,
for Edgars.
we all know y'all go for the motherfucking mullet and the
Nah.
fucking shiny ass
And the
truck.
trucks.
The mullet is
Hey,
like
don't
to
talk
an
about Brian
extent,
like that.
But like the Edgar, nah.
The Edgar Miller.
But it works, bro.
It works. So like,
Say-
dude, like you see on TikTok, dude,
Yeah,
you see
it
hella
works.
girls on that shit, bro.
It does,
Hey,
but
fool,
not for
you
me.
wanna hop in my mama Lona, bro? That's all.
Hey, bro, how
If
big
it
the mama
works, I don't know
Loki?
why.
I don't know, bro. I feel like you don't think like years later down the road, it's just like look, mira nomás, bro, bien chido, bro. And
Bro.
that shit was ass as fuck. I don't know, bro. I
Imagine
feel like you
how
look like a dork. having
Imagine
that
looking
shit.
at your
the Edgar
pictures,
cut.
bro, and you see the Edgar cut, bro. Every time I see the Edgar cut, I just think of the guy
Oh,
from
fuck it, I'm
Despicable
gonna get
Me,
that,
Bro, I don't know, bro, but I've been seeing it on
I've been thinking
TikTok.
about
They
getting,
posting
like, a
the
promo.
thirst
That
traps,
shit would be
and you see like
pro?
a million comments
promo,
underneath that
like-
say like, damn,
Cute, yeah.
yeah.
Not about
I don't
it.
know about
Or
that.
fro hog.
Hey, it works though.
I
For
get what
some
you mean
reason.
though. The
I don't
Edgars
know.
who be
I wanna get
saying it,
braids.
bro. I be like, but they be saying it like, hey, man. Like I be like,
Yeah, they say
like they kind of drag it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of
They
like.
use it like
Oh,
in
my
almost every
nigga.
like.
Yeah, they be saying it. No, they do be doing that. They be like, nigga. I be like, alright, bro. Like, why you dragging it, bro? Just say it.
I mean,
normal,
there's
bro.
literally
Like,
some Hispanic girls that say it
nigga.
too. So
Okay,
like,
that's
would
it
that
for
be?
me.
Yeah, that'd be a big for me.
Yeah.
If a girl ever looked at me and was like, "Hey, nigga," I'm gonna be like,
What if it's in a song? What
That
if
should
it's in
be
a
so
song?
hilarious, bro.
"Yeah, it'd be
it's in a
funny."
song, you said,
It's possible. If it's in a song, it's
I
possible.
mean, if it's in a song, sure.
Let's ask him. Is it acceptable?
Shit, I don't really care, bro. Like racism is dependent on who is like racist too, bro. So
Yeah.
Nah,
That is-
it's like I was having this
Are you
conversation
racist?
speaking about race, like in American
The race
American
war.
Go class. So my teacher was saying like everybody's racist, bro, but nobody's gonna show it.
Yeah,
you know what I
that's
mean?
His teacher proceeds to say,
No, like, it is because we were talking about
the teacher with a Confederate flag.
I mean, she got a point. Like, you know what I mean? Everybody's racist.
I'm not gonna lie.
Nobody's
The
gonna show
teachers
it.
that start that shit, they're like Republican as fuck.
I
bro.
feel
You
Yeah,
know
no,
that shit?
I was
You know
like,
that shit?
not
Probably the most
racist, but
racist
like,
person you ever heard.
Arlene,
I
That's gotta
feel like
be.
everyone can fall.
Let Arlene talk.
I feel like everyone could fall into
No.
stereotypes, not necessarily
her.
that everyone's racist.
Yeah, I feel you. I don't
No,
think
I
everybody's
said
don't
the
think
same
everyone's
shit.
racist.
I think it's
Because
stereotypes.
there's comedians who
Yeah.
will, there's comedians who
Nah.
will like literally make like racist jokes, but like it's just funny because
comedy.
it's a
Yeah.
stereotype.
You said
Yeah.
It's a
Family
stereotype.
Guy.
It's not
Everybody
saying,
hates
oh,
Chris.
I hate
South
so
Park,
and
man.
so. It's
Hey,
like just
I'm
like,
gonna say this. I'm gonna have to cut it out. But are you racist if you hate every race?
Nah.
Does that make you racist?
No, leave that in.
That makes you like
I'll leave it in. That's a
I don't
good
think
question. I'll leave it in. Are you
everyone's
racist if you hate every race?
I feel like that's just a thing racist people say, so that way they don't look racist.
Yeah, you know it's crazy. We
Like,
see
all
white
lives
people.
matter?
We
Yeah,
like,
like-
to
like-
racism.
when they be when like all eyes matter be like, I'm not racist. I hate every race. I be like, alright, bro, shut the hell up, bro. That shit be sounding annoying. as
Wait,
hell, bro.
including their own? Or
Yeah,
like
that's what I'm
every
saying,
race
like-
except theirs.
They be like, I'm not
oh,
racist.
like
I hate
with the
everybody. I be like,
Hispanic
shut
Trump
the hell up.
supporters.
Yeah.
Like Hispanic Trump supporters.
Oh, that's
crazy.
Like I feel like
They
they
be the
hate their
most
own people
annoying.
and
Every
I-
Florida people, bro.
It's every Cuban.
I hate seeing
No
that type of
offense, like,
shit.
the
It's
old
just
people,
like,
bro.
damn, bro, they plotting on your own downfall. And it's like, yeah, you're Hispanic and you might have papers from here, but like, if you think about it, you
It
might have
be-
another family.
But it's
member
only,
that's
What
not
is
it's only
like-
because of like marriage most of the time, man. Like I hate it when the Hispanics and I watched the talk show. It was like this Hispanic lady. She was like, "Oh, undocumented people need to go back to their country and get it the right way." And I was like, and then they asked her, they were like, "Oh, how'd you get it?" She was like, "I married my husband." And I was kind of like, "Damn,
But
that's
would you
kind of
say-
It'd be your own people, bro.
Yeah,
But
You're
would you say
right.
just because you support like a Confederate like
I just said.
politician, you're racist? Like, because it could be that like their agendas and their
Leave that in the podcast.
Hey, guys, technical difficulties, bro.
Bro, you gotta cut it down. You gotta
that's
go.
it, guys.
damn.
Leave that in the podcast,
Yeah, leave
bro.
it in the podcast,
All right, bro. Hopefully,
But my teacher not
Is he good?
racist. She's just
is.
Wait, it was
Cheers.
the,
It was
I
about-
think it's
it was
kind of
a-
crazy to say everyone's
Fuck
racist.
Elmer's teacher.
It's about. She was
Are
just.
you
having a
able
point
to? Are you probably gonna cut it and then
that.
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't it like the other way?
I feel like it'd be fine.
I feel like
You don't
I
think
know, I feel like
everybody
we're
is
kind of
technical
conditioned in a way to see everything
You
like
need
in
something
black
to,
and
like,
white.
hold it up,
If that
like,
was, if
support the
that's what
back.
you
But see,
mean.
that's why you.
But, like-
But you were going off stereotypes though.
Okay.
But stereotypes
Yeah, but
is
stereotypes
based in.
and-
That's the same thing.
Like,
this
stereotypes
this kid
definitely
said in my class, bro. He was like,
Shout out
there's
Ethan,
people that
bro.
fit the certain stereotype
Technical
agenda,
difficulties.
and I was like, you know what? That kind of rubbed me off the wrong way. I was
I feel
like,
like-
what you mean by that?
I
bro?
feel like you stereotype
you.
at the beginning, right? Everybody stereotypes, but then I feel like racism is just like
That's
you're
culture.
actively being like hatred towards a person, like you know, like not.
Yeah, like
Like I can
some form of
stereotype
hatred.
just a young person or an old person, like old people can't drive, or like young people can't do this, you know. But like racism, that just comes from like stereotypes. But like racism is like, bro, that's like hatred type thing, like you know.
I feel like when you think of racism, it's like the KKK and like
Yeah.
segregation and whatnot, and like just treating the other person bad just based off your
Their
hatred.
color.
I feel
Have
like-
been racist to y'all?
yeah. Definitely.
Dude, there was one time we went to Fogo and they kind of looked at us wrong when we were leaving
No,
because it was just a bunch of us. They,
Remember-
like it was all like
Remember-
minorities, bro. They were like, "Oh, did you even pay?" And I was like,
Nah, remember
No
when we went
way.
to North
"The
Carolina when we were in the
racist
cabins?
Walmart,
We
bro."
went to the Walmart and we were getting stared down.
We were
just
the
'cause
only
we were
like
trying to, buy some like water and shit. It was just like a bunch of
Hispanics.
no, it was a
Nah.
bunch of
It
white
might be-
folks.
Oh,
A bunch of white folks at the Walmart looking at us and shit.
No, they looked at us like we were disgusting.
Like,
Like,
we
this
were
one little
dirty.
girl, we were walking by, and this one little girl like turned and looked at us and
And I
looked at
can't.
us
Her
like we were
mom
crazy.
pulled her away.
Yeah, her mom
Yeah.
pulled her away, bro.
Yeah.
I think everybody
we're
in
gonna
the
get-
state of Washington is pretty much racist. Well, not everybody, but a big majority of people in Washington are racist.
What was the question?
Yeah.
My bad.
Oh,
didn't-
I think.
Have you ever been like kind of not like racially? I guess racially
Dis-
profiled. Like,
yeah.
has anybody been racist
Discriminated?
towards you? Yeah. There's been. It'd be kind of scary when you're going through like taking road trips, and then you have to go through like the backwater towns a little bit. Like when we go to Florida, and like let's say we have to get off the highway, right? You kind of don't know the area, and we'll be like in the middle of like bumfuck nowhere, bro. And it'd be kind of nerve wracking, because you don't know like what could happen. Like, you know, it could just happen at any point. It's kind of like, do I really want to be around this area? Like, you know, it's just kind of
like, you can just tell, like, sometimes, like, when we be going on trips to like South Georgia and stuff like that, like, it's just kind of
North Georgia too.
Yeah.
North Georgia, it's just kind of scary stopping at those gas stations, because you know like
Just
like
Georgia
just by
in
like your
general.
demeanor, like, you know, like just like kind of maybe like maybe it's judging them by the cover, but like if it's kind of stereotyping in a way, but it's a stereotype because it's true, you know, because most of the people there have like this certain feeling towards minorities.
You can just feel that energy.
But
bro.
have like any of y'all like had a conversation with like a racist person, like about like, you know, their
my
views and your views?
Yeah, my coworker's racist.
He's watching this. He's like,
He's like,
oh,
that's me.
No, he does the Drewski meme. He's looking at the camera. Me?
He's like, he called me out on
I
the
feel
pod.
like the minor difference back to like the whole stereotypical stuff and then like racism. I feel like what kind of draws the line between that is how you use the stereotypes. Like if you use it in like a comedic way, or like, you know, everyone has stereotypes about everything. You know, just look at like Family Guy and all the other shows. Like they literally do it like comedy. Like they ain't like Family Guy. They aim at everybody.
South Park too.
Like they aim
South Park
at
too.
South Park.
I mean, yeah,
That
you
is
see it in
South Park.
movies all the time. Like, there's
They
like
do it, bro.
a Hispanic
That man
like
dressed up as
hotel,
Hitler,
like,
bro.
cleaner or whatever. It has to be Hispanic, like, fucking
Exactly.
Maria or Carmen. Like,
Exactly.
They do it in movies. Like,
Do you
it's
think-
just like normalized or
Yeah.
whatever.
Damn,
And
Do
then-
y'all
mom's
think
name
people are
is
more
Maria.
sensitive now?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
I'll say yes.
I agree.
Yeah.
100%.
What'd you say?
It's like,
see what I mean?
More sensitive.
More sensitive, definitely, yeah.
Like, no,
people this
our-
generation.
Like
Oh,
this
yeah.
generation's way
Oh,
more
yeah.
sensitive than it once was. Bro.
I feel like yes and no.
I feel like that's kind of okay. Yes, people are sensitive, but it's kind of like showing that like people aren't as tolerant as before to let shit slide. Because back then, bro, like there was racism like
Bro.
down the street, but
Bro,
like
you
now you
watching-
can't really get rid of it. Like
You've been
or-
watching those 90s, 2000 movies, and
Yeah.
you're like, yo, this shit wouldn't slide.
Fly
yeah,
down.
Yeah, like
that's
Rush Hour.
fine.
even
Rush Hour,
stuff
yeah.
like cartoons or like
The
movies nowadays.
the world's gone soft.
It's like one thing.
Andrew Tate over here, bro.
No, not
Set the
like that.
table.
It's like you can't say shit in a comedic way, because then
cancel.
Like,
you
things
get
are, like,
canceled.
black and white.
Cancel
But you-
culture is strong
Yeah.
as
you
fuck.
say,
Yeah,
like,
there's
it's
no
very
gray
funny.
area.
Yeah, there's not a
Strong as
very
fuck.
great. Yeah.
But that's what we could say here, right?
Say it.
Yeah, I mean, like no hard
No,
feelings.
I don't want to start.
That's
Say it.
no hard
Yeah,
feelings.
no hard feelings.
I feel like yes, it is super soft, bro. That should be annoying as hell. Like cancel culture and everything is kind of like annoying. I feel like
Fuck you. Just look at them.
people want like freedom of
You get
speech,
canceled.
but then
We
you
get
get mad
canceled.
when you give freedom of speech. I feel like
That's
there's
true,
consequences to your act, like words, but that's your consequences type thing. Like I shouldn't be like afraid to speak based on what I want, but it also works as a double edge because, like I said, it's like people
No.
aren't like letting shit slide anymore. Like even like racism, like calling people by like disabilities, like that could actually like not trying to sound soft, but that could hurt somebody's feelings, like, you know, and like that's why people like kill themselves and like or blurt that out because I know you can't say like kill on like
It's YouTube.
No, but I
Not
thought you
TikTok.
couldn't. Oh yeah.
It's
I'm leaving now.
because nah,
No, okay, but
it's
I,
'cause
like that's what people do because they
people
like.
be bullying and shit, but I feel
I
like that
Bro,
shit is
I don't
I
bad,
feel like
bro.
bullying is such like
That's gay,
actually-
bro.
Never
I'm
mind.
not. That's not gay.
But, like bullying is such like a high school.
I'm gonna
move,
get
bro. Like,
But would
Get
you
on
say
his
that a lot
ass.
of people are insensitive now too? Because I feel like
Don't
there's
do
like
that
Yeah.
shit.
insensitive, like very insensitive people. There's like a really thin line between insensitive and just like
I'll say the
You know,
internet
stating
like
your opinion.
ruined everything with that.
Yeah.
Like
Nah, yeah.
insensitivity, people being like ultra sensitive,
because
everything.
You
yeah,
said
there
what ruined
is
it?
like really.
Internet.
Internet.
Because they'll be like really like important stuff, you
Twitter.
know, like being like, you know, trying to get like more awareness on the like internet, but then like people just are like too
Kinda
insensitive
shit
to
on
it
it,
and
man.
like
Yeah,
don't
that's
really
kinda
have anything like good to say.
Yeah,
type of thing.
That's kind of like shitty too, because like, let's say like you're going through something and then you kind of post it, right, and then you get shitted on for it. It's kind of like,
But I was
Alright,
like, everybody has their own opinion. Like, why
Yeah.
would you get shit on,
Bruh.
I feel like it's like a lot of people lack empathy, like now compared to like back then.
For sure.
Yeah.
But like I said, I also feel like it works both ways because like now people are oversensitive. Like some people are oversensitive, and then a lot of people are like not as sensitive. Yeah, like
I think it
insensitive.
fucks up when like they're oversensitive. When they're like, why do you care so much? Like they'll be talking about other people's problems. Like take a white person, they'll be like, no, they said like a joke about like a Mexican. Y'all should be upset.
Yeah.
Like, why are you
Yeah.
being
Yeah.
upset
Yeah.
for me? Like,
Yeah.
shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Every time I see that shit, like, especially like with, and that's the thing that's like messed up with like the black culture. I might really get canceled for this one, but
Shit.
we have people who like instigate us, like white alt people who says like they're allies and shit, or like Black Lives Matter itself, and like they fuck up the entire message and make us like look worse than like
What
we
you're trying to
already
do.
are. Yeah,
Yeah.
bro. Because like y'all remember the protests?
Yeah,
The
we were
protests
there.
ended just because like they ended because like somebody renamed the street Black Lives Matter Street. The fuck does that fix?
Yeah.
Like, that's stupid as fuck. Yeah, like,
It's-
definitely.
Like there, I feel like some people try to be offended for you than what you actually are, and I feel like that kind of like messes up everything. Like you said, like oh, like you're not offended by this. Like it's like instigating.
Yeah.
And it's like starting bigger problems because like bro, like a lot of people like we can make jokes, right? And then like let's say we make a joke, and then somebody's like, bro, did that not offend you? Like. And then that causes like more issues, you know, and that's like instigating, man. Because like I feel like everybody should be able to just speak how they want to speak.
I don't know. I feel like some white people, like, they try to compensate, I guess, in a sense. Like, they'll, like, especially, like, alt people,
Dyed hair.
they'll, like, try to, like, I don't know, like, just be, like, overly, like, advocate about it,
Yeah.
just to, like, make up for the fact that, like, white people are just seen as, like, racist, and because they grew up in a certain background, like, they have to present themselves, like, keep up with the alt image and, like, support
Yeah.
black people.
but like,
I felt
but
that
it
too. I know how
And it's
it
like, there's
alienates
some people.
more white people.
Yeah, and then
makes
it
not
alienates
racist.
more white people, and
Yeah.
it has, like, just,
If
like, a
you-
bigger
It's
gap.
because they're trying to
They're
like
you really-
turn the tide on
Yeah.
them.
But if you really look at it, the whole all right, some history, right? The U.S. was established by colored people, right? Native
Yeah.
Americans, and it wasn't until like the colonists of England they came, right, and they took over. So in a sense, it's not like when you look at the U.S., it's not like the land of the free, because it's not. Cause it's like ran by like a business or like a corporation or some shit.
Right.
Cause if you think about it, it's like I don't know.
We're in the Matrix.
Nah, like white
We
people
gotta escape
feel
the
like
Matrix.
entitled
Yeah.
to other, and you can even see it in the own government and shit.
Yeah.
Like look how hard it was until like we got our first black president when we got Barack. Like that shit was hard.
That was nothing. That's really nothing.
They're like,
Because,
but
like you said,
it's because
corporations for
it's like
sure.
it's like a fear of like a fear of like I guess not of cooperation, but it's like
Of the
being taken
unknown.
over. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I mean, because
Great
with colored
replacement.
people,
It's being
Yeah.
because like it is true that colored people were here first, because like the white people, like they obviously came and colonized. So it's
Caucasians.
like now, like with the whole immigrant stuff, it's like, oh, they're not letting immigrants into the country, but it's like whose land was it first? Like the natives were here first, they got kicked out.
they took
That's
the
kinda
land from
shitty.
the
And
Native
there's-
Americans.
Yeah,
You can't
and
call it the
it's-
land of the free, bro.
Yeah.
And then you can't allow like. I
But
feel
it's-
like okay, if like immigrants want to come through, like everything, if they're not causing trouble, like it shouldn't be a big issue, like a really big like negative thing. Like you know, some people just want to make their lives better and like everything. Like I can say like we've known people who are immigrants or like we've had family, and like they're not bad people. Like we wouldn't think they're like bad. We wouldn't say they're bad people. So I would just be like,
Not
man.
like that's the thing and that's the problem. But like I don't know. From what I see from like Europe, it's easier to become like a citizen in like fucking like
Would you think
countries
that's
like
'cause
Spain or
they're
France.
close?
What?
Do you think
But
that's because
even
they're
like
close?
within
though?
the Hispanic
Europe
community,
is
like
more
Nah.
like Europe centric. Like they're more racist towards like the North Africans, like all the Moroccans.
Alright, I think we're getting off topic.
Damn.
All right.
We
That was a
can
good
say
conversation.
It was a good
It was a good
conversation.
conversation,
Yeah.
but I feel like we're extending it too long. Like, we can save this for another day.
Are you
another
afraid that
debate.
we were getting too deep into the conversation?
You want to get canceled, bro? You know how much white slander we just did?
So I mean, like,
Bro,
me
I'm
personally,
DM.
It's no hard feelings.
There's
bro.
like
we're
a
just
lot of
talking,
people.
bro.
This shit's like general information.
that's
You
like-
can find this all over the
I don't
internet.
care.
Yeah,
Okay, like it's not like it's not
Like
like
everyone's
white
pretty
people. It's
woke
just that
on that,
we're
especially like
giving you,
Hispanics.
we're giving you the perspective of a minority.
like,
That's how
yeah.
we see
It's
it.
literally our
It's just a
perspective.
woke perspective. Like
This
that's
podcast, this
just it.
I don't
podcast,
even
I guess
think
you
so.
can say
I
it's
think
like
woke is just different.
this podcast is
What-
like for
in
I
what
guess other
sense,
minorities
though?
to relate to.
I think
us
it's like
people.
an average person's perspective.
I feel like
Us,
we all have
average
different
people.
views.
We're not even
Oh, yeah.
sure.
Like,
Yeah.
people will know. Like
It's
we're
for
not
everyone.
shitting on like no race or anything like that, but we're just
We're speaking our opinions from our
experience.
minority.
Yeah, like, our
opinions.
mindset. Our
All of us
experience.
here are like Hispanic, Black, like I said, and we're all just speaking what we think is right, what we grew up with, what we seen. Maybe like you said, maybe white people don't see it that way. They have different perspective. You go to a white person's podcast, they'll have a way different perspective than us.
sure.
And that's, I mean, shit, that's okay. I guess everybody has their own opinions. Whatever.
Okay.
I mean, it's
Look at
our
the
generation
Obama.
as well, and like the people that we're around and we encounter in Atlanta. So
Yeah, and that's just our opinion. And
Yeah.
you know, if you don't like it,
Mm-hmm.
No hard feelings.
no hard feelings.
That's why it's called.
Yeah, I just
We're not trying to be racist
yeah.
or
No,
anything.
we're
It's
just talking how we feel.
It's just
Yeah.
for everyone. You know.
Do you have another question?
Okay, yeah. I guess last question of the night.
Okay.
So there's pretty privilege, right? Like that's a thing. I want to know if there's like an equivalence with a guy.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
Oh,
bro.
smelling
I
good.
literally just had this conversation.
Nah,
with my
nah,
friend.
I will say
I don't
this.
think you're saying.
No, I don't know cocky shit.
Nah.
But I've had like I wouldn't say pretty privileged, but like I guess because I'm friendly and nice, like, and I'm really like
Wow.
outgoing. I've gotten like shit for free, bro. Like the other day, I was at Little Caesars, right? And I all I ordered was like a pizza, and then the lady she had a line, and like people were like cussing at her and everything, and I was just like, she's like, oh, I'm sorry, your pizza was ready like 5 minutes ago. I was just busy, and I was like, oh no, take your time, like man, I'm not stressing it. Like I was being nice and everything, and then she gave me a brookie, and then she gave me like 2 free sodas, bro,
But that's
and
not the same,
breadsticks.
though.
That's not the same.
That's not the same.
That's not the same.
Yeah, being pretty is
That's
something
just-
you can't control, and being nice is something you can control.
Yeah.
You know, I-
that's-
So, I mean,
I
have you had like something like that happen where like pretty privilege, like it was just
Yeah. I've gotten my like gas pumped by a stranger, like. You know?
Yo.
No, but that was when I was.
Hey,
That
yo,
was
what you
like
mean
a
by
long
that?
time ago. But
He was like calculating this.
I thought he was like, oh, bitch, change.
It was like with my
Yeah, when he goes to sleep tonight.
he sent a text tonight. What did he look like?
What did he look like? Please tell
How did
me.
he pump that gas? Let me know, bro.
I will do it better, bro. I'm sorry.
Put in there, bro.
Did he squeeze the handle or did he let it on the
Did he
little
put it on
set
the
thing?
first click or the second click, bro? I need to know.
what's the craziest pretty privilege you've had?
That's only happened like once. But I went to the smoke shop. Yeah, I mean, I went to like I don't know, like I mean, I'd probably get hit on, but like pretty like gotten something out of it was probably like at the smoke shop. I went to go buy papers, and he just like gave me like the papers 50% off or whatever because that was pretty.
Ooh,
Have you
That's
ever
pretty much it.
have you ever done something for pretty privilege? Like have you ever
What do
like
you mean?
like have you ever
A victim
'cause a girl
of it?
no like a girl's cute, you kind of like sauce her up with something at your job or something like that, or like helped her out just because you were like, oh, damn, she cute. Let me.
I've
sauce
actually
her
done
up.
that for a girl because I'm like, she's pretty. I got your girl. Like, so yeah.
Yeah.
What you mean by that? What you mean by
It's like,
that?
he was like, this is not adding up in my head.
Guy, now a girl?
No, like as a.
But have you guys done that? Like at work or anything? You were like, man, she's kind of cute. I got her. Like,
Honestly,
you know?
bro, I hate everybody. I can't, bro. Like, I be
Good.
having bad.
I used to sauce up like everybody
You look Nick.
at Quick Trip.
You would do it, right?
Like, not to like girls, like to everybody. Like if I
Oh, you
fuck
go
with
both
them,
ways.
You would do it to cute niggas too?
Bro was
Nah, like if I was cool with you, like I would sauce up. Like I knew like some people that would like steal from the freaking gas station,
My bad.
and I'm sorry, I would see them steal, so I would just be like, man, I know the struggle.
So you never given a cute girl something for free at like QTube just because she was cute, like even without knowing her, nothing like that.
Nah, I mean if I fuck with them, I would just be like,
No, yeah,
Are you-
I feel like in a working standpoint, I feel like if you're cool with me, I'm cool with you. You know, like
Yeah,
exactly.
If you don't come up to me, and be like, excuse me, or like you know, you just say like, hey man, like you know this and that, then I'll be like, oh you know that, and be like, oh I got you, you know,
Like,
I'll take you
sometimes-
there, you know, like
Sometimes I didn't even charge for like the drinks or some shit. Like I would just like scan
They'll
like
come- yeah.
the big items or whatnot. And just be like,
I've
"Oh,
had
go
pretty
ahead."
privilege.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude,
I
From
feel like
some
I've had
women.
it too, man. Like,
Yeah.
like you just do something and then you don't expect it, cause you kind of know when somebody's flirting with you, you know, and then you kind of know they're kind of trying to like rizz you up and stuff, shit like that.
I'd be blushing.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh,
The Rizzler.
but you know, like I feel like I have been flirting on in the past and gotten like extra shit, like either like somewhere food or like a little discount, and then you kind of have to play it off. You kind of be like, oh, thank you, like you know what I'm saying. But I feel like you know when you're being flirted with. I feel like that comes with like pretty privilege, you know, like that shit is. I feel like that's happened to me, man. Where like,
oh yeah, just today, I got a free ice cream.
from where?
From who?
No, I was- well, I did get a free ice cream, but I don't think it was. I don't think it was anything. She just gave us a free ice cream. We went to Chick-fil-A today, and she just gave us a free ice cream for no reason.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Hey,
why.
sometimes
Maybe
Chick-fil-A
it's
be
just a nice
saucing up.
thing
I'm
to
not
do,
gonna
like a
lie.
generous
Do you
thing.
think it's more being nice
They
or
be saucing.
I don't know.
I just think I honestly don't know why, but she was dead ass like, hey, you want an ice cream? You want a free ice cream? And then I was like, yeah. And then she was like, here. And
What
then-
time did you go?
Boy, I wouldn't turn
It was
down
like
free ice cream.
one.
I was in the
Yeah.
afternoon.
It was nothing.
Her
She probably
number
just
was
said, "Fuck
inside
you."
the
Yeah,
ice
she
cream.
probably just had fucked it.
Right, that's what I'm thinking.
No, her number was inside the ice cream.
Say on, he's like, you better not eat that fucking ice cream again.
Chris, what would
Nice.
We shared that shit, man.
Yeah.
That's the ugly ass motherfucker. I never got pretty privileged.
What have you given privilege?
I'm not
Pretty
gonna lie, I don't
privilege.
think.
No, he's been nice
Nah, I
to people.
haven't.
Do you think
I
that's
feel
more
like-
being nice? Do you think girls can get mistaken like, oh, he's flirting with me, or like it's because I'm pretty, or do you think it's more like they're just being nice?
It's
Like,
just guys are down bad, bro. Honestly, most guys will do
Hey,
anything
bro,
for
you
a
don't
girl,
throw
bro.
this. You don't. Why you giving the secrets away, bro?
I
That's
just
not
have
true.
to, bro. Honestly,
It's
like,
not true.
but I just feel like girls get privilege. Girls do have a privilege, like in that sense, you know. They do.
I
They
would
get in the
say-
parties free for sure.
Parties
Yeah.
free.
Yeah.
Dude,
Oh,
I was
man, we
just-
sound like,
Oh,
yeah.
that is
Because
definitely
everybody
$5
knows.
at the door.
Or like
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
ID'd,
so
if, like,
if
you're
you
getting
ugly,
ID'd or
yeah.
something. Like I feel like if you're pretty, you're not gonna get ID'd.
Like you're not.
That's happened to
Like
me.
yeah, you're not going to a party and like
You
if it's
can't.
not if you
Yeah.
don't bring a girl or anything like that. I feel like you're not gonna get in. Like you have to have like.
Or like they let
Some
the
bad
girls in and
bitch.
then like they keep you outside.
Yeah, bro. I would cry. Right? I'd be like, no.
Hey, it's such a hard world for a guy, bro.
It's so hard.
I'm not.
It's a
I,
hard
like.
world, bro.
I'm not gonna say.
equality, bro.
I've gotten compliments from like other girls and stuff, which is like a very generous thing, you know. And that's really cool. That's really cool and all,
Yeah.
but
What's
I
that
never
from?
gotten like.
Like
Why you
privilege.
laughing?
Why you laughing, bro?
This nigga's face, bro. What? I didn't even do nothing, bro.
I saw his
I'm
face.
expressing
I saw his
my
face. He
truth.
didn't laugh face.
This nigga was like,
I'm expressing a truth.
that's my face, bro.
Would y'all be
If you
okay
know.
with like your girl like at the club using her pretty privilege for drinks?
No,
No.
Nah.
No?
I feel
I'd be
like
okay.
low key, yeah. I would low key like.
Wait, is she flirting or not?
Is she by herself?
She's showing tits.
Or is she different?
If she's okay, let's say like she's with friends
Yeah.
and it's just like girls
Uh huh.
and she's using her. pretty
How is she
privilege.
using her pretty privilege?
Is she just standing there, or
She's
is she like
I guess-
talking?
Actively, like,
Shaking her
Like
head.
trying to be like extra flirty type beat or
No, just sitting pretty. That's it. You don't really gotta do much. If you're pretty, you just gotta sit at the bar. That's it.
But do you think that? But it's because guys are more like, bro. If you give a guy a drink, and I feel like if a girl takes it, that kind of gives them the invitation of like, oh, she
Yeah.
kind of,
Not really,
down.
because I've been at the bar with my friends and like the guy will be on the opposite side of the bar and he'll just like the bartender will come and be like, oh, he bought you these drinks, and like we've never even like talked to him or like even after that like interaction.
But that's like
nothing.
him trying to shoot the
So-
shot.
Yeah, that's them trying to shoot the shot.
Yeah.
But they bought you a drink because you're pretty though. Why
They
else would
bought
they,
you a
like,
drink to shoot their shot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you're pretty. Why would
The
they
fuck?
like,
Arlene,
shoot you a shot?
This
if
is
you're not pretty?
this is coming from a guy's point of view.
Yeah,
Okay,
like,
well, why
I'm
would
not
you
gonna
shoot
buy you a
your
shot.
if you're not pretty.
Why would I
Because
buy
I'm
you
trying
a
to shoot my
shot
shot.
and
Yeah,
not
like,
talk to you?
But that goes both
What do you
ways. It is the same thing though. They're hollering at you because
So when I lose,
Like, what, you're gonna buy an ugly girl a drink just because like you want to shoot your
Well,
shot?
one time
You
I
gotta be
bought like
pretty.
I bought like 20
I mean,
shots, right?
if they think you're pretty, then I mean, beauty is what they think, right? So like,
In the bot.
No, one time we were Moondogs, right? And I bought like 20 shots, right? And then there was only like 11 of us or like 14 of us, but like not everybody wanted a shot, and like no one.
So you were
drinking.
passing. I remember
Yeah,
that.
then so
He
I
was
passed
passing
him.
him around.
I literally like looked to the right and looked to the left. I'm like, yo, you want a shot? You want a shot?
We were
And
pretty
the
drunk that night,
And the
though.
girls, they thought like I was like trying to like
Flirt.
get
But
at
we just
them.
had extra.
And
I
then like they
remember.
tried to be like, oh my god, thank you. And I was like,
But it's
all
extra.
right, I'll have a good night. And then I was like, left.
But do you think if a guy though, like I'm saying, like if a guy's like next to you and he's like, oh, let me get you a drink, and
Okay,
then you know what I'm saying? Do you feel like
that's different.
you would be okay with that? Like, cause I feel like once they say yes,
I feel like it's
like
good for us,
that gives them the invitation to like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna shoot
I mean,
my
that's
shot.
different, yeah.
Yeah, that's like a whole different like scenario.
But literally, girls
No,
will
'cause
get
that- you're pretty, they're
drinks like
they're
without
like-
But
any
he's
interaction.
flirting. Like he went up to her and.
So it's
like,
not the
hey,
same
what's up?
from him sitting across the bar and
No,
feel like
because
it's
there was
the
no
same.
interaction.
I feel like it's the same.
It's the
You're
same.
still accepting the drink though.
Yeah, like
So
Did
y'all
he-
are not
did he come
okay?
up
It's up to the girl.
I'm definitely not.
Did he
The
come
girl
up to
needs
you?
to know
Yeah.
Did he-
if a guy's gonna buy the drink.
Did he
and,
come
like,
up to you?
know they're gonna like they're trying to shoot your shot.
But did he
then,
come up to you?
Like accept
Okay.
the drink, but don't fuck with them. That's
Did
it.
he come
You
up to you,
gotta
though?
fuck with them.
No.
okay. Remember that night we went
I don't
out,
want
right?
any
To,
romance.
to Brian's party.
That's crazy.
You want drinks? Tell me and I'll send you money, bro.
Exactly that. Exactly that. Always
Easy as
send my
that.
girl money, bro.
Yeah,
I changed my
that's
mind.
true.
You guys convinced me. I changed my mind. No drinks for
Okay,
me.
I tell my girl. Remember when we went to Brian's party, right? There was a girl there, and she bought me a drink that night. I was like pretty gone, and she was like, "Oh hey," and then like she's like she got a drink, and she was like, "Here, I got you one," and I never talked to her. Right? I was kind of like, "Oh, appreciate it," and then she was like, "Oh, like she was trying to talk to me," and I was just like, "Oh, I have a girlfriend," and then like, but I feel like
She took the drink.
nah, right, she would've took the. I grabbed that. Those drinks were like $8 that night, bro. Like those shits were expensive. I was not giving that shit back. But like that's why I don't see it as a problem because I think if you make it clear that you're with somebody, like oh no,
Okay,
like
yeah, then yeah, if you make it clear, like, hey, you can buy me a drink, but I just not have a boyfriend, like, you know.
like, I'd be okay with that. Like if you're kind of like hanging around them the whole night after that, like type thing, then I would kind of have a problem. I'd be like,
Yeah.
bro, why are you?
That's understandable though.
That's kind of. I'd be like, why are
Niggas
you?
be horny, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, they,
So, like,
niggas don't know how to like take no. They don't know how to stop, bro. Like
That is true. That is
if,
true.
if they see
That is
like
true.
at least the smallest opening,
They'll
they
try to
don't
take
take
it.
They'll be
even
persistent
if you
as
told
fuck.
them like I have a boyfriend, what they gonna say?
Nah,
Oh,
like,
what I mean,
hey, where's your
Like,
boyfriend?
yeah, exactly,
That is
exactly.
true.
Mm-hmm.
I stay. No.
It's
No.
going back and forth.
No.
I just
I
feel
can
like
have it.
it's like you said, the type of person you're with. Like, it all comes down to trust. Like, I ain't gonna lie, my girl went out one day,
Hey,
and I was overthinking. But like, I feel like that's just like a side effect of like being in a relationship. So I trust my girl 100%. Like
Yeah.
with my life, with anything. But like, you still have that negative thought in the back of your head.
Yeah.
hey, the only way she get a free drink is if I'm at the club and she gets a boba drink.
Hey, what's
bro.
funny?
That's the only way. Bro. That's the only way.
Look at you, bro.
All right, that was the last question.
All right, I think that was it.
All right,
That's it.
that's it. All right, man. That was a good podcast,
Check
man.
this out. Clock us out.
Clock us out.
All right, so thanks for tuning in, guys. Yeah, I hope y'all have a good night and yeah, subscribe, like, comment.
We say goodbye starting on which side?
This
No, we started on this side, so we should start on this side, right?
Hubert.
bye bye.
Bye, is Adrian.
Bye.
No.
Sure,
Adios.
Bye, guys. I hope you enjoyed our podcast tonight.
The comments. we
Thanks
did
for
not-
tuning in.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in.
Hey, we're not racist. We just
Definitely.
being open-minded
No,
here.
for tuning
We're
in,
giving our
not for
opinions.
being
I feel like
racist.
because you keep like overstating that, that makes us more racist, bro.
Yeah,
Anyways,
I feel like we
hasta
didn't.
luego.
Oh my god.
This is our shot from the BBC. Goodbye.
I'll see you guys on the next
Yeah.
one.
Good night, bro.
Right.